What's going on, guys? I'm Mighty back at again with the weekly Rust Skins videos, and today we have a continuation of the Neon Storage set again for the 13th week in a row now. Got a continuation of the comics set now. They previously just had the Python accepted. Continuation of the Rainbow Pony with the kilt and the boots, and also a continuation of the bombing set and the Desert Raiders with the Thompson and the LR. So let's get started with the clothing and have a look at the Rainbow Pony boots and the Roadsign pants. The boots are going for $1.30, and overall I definitely do think that this is going to be a safe investment. Very unique, an absolute meme of a skin, and it's going to have high demand throughout the entirety of Rust's life, in my opinion, unless another skin comes out that looks the same or similar to this. The fact that this standard store price of only $1.30 as well does make it a lot easier to be investing in and making profits off of this. So I definitely recommend getting these off of the Roadsign store instead of the community market. But just keep in mind, for the next couple of weeks, because OTV has started, you're also going to most likely have pretty high quantities for every item in the Roadsign store going onto the community market. So keep that in mind as well. Oversaturation is definitely a possibility for anything, even the last skins on the top sellers, so keep that in mind. Overall, the Rainbow Pony boots look really nice in my opinion, and I'll definitely recommend investing in them for this week. And the Rainbow Pony Roadsign pants, obviously is a kilt, but it's called Roadsign pants, going for $3.25. Above standard store price, but obviously you do need the kilt for everything. So if a Roadsign set for it does actually end up getting made, the kilt will go up in price. It is a shame that it is $3.25 because it is pretty expensive for something that actually hasn't continued yet. But you could try and pick these up with a buy order, or pick them up in the later couple of days of the Rust item store and try and invest in them. Although in my opinion, because of the price, these probably will be a little bit riskier, and also they could oversaturate quite easily as well, so keep that in mind. But overall, I do think that this kilt will go up in value over time. I just do think that it's most likely going to be a medium to long term investment, but overall it is a good meme skin and definitely is a unique kilt, so I will recommend investing in it off the Rust item store or the community market with the buy order for this week. Alrighty, moving over to the bombing LR, continuation of the bombing set that we haven't seen for a few weeks now. This is going for $3.25, which is above center store price for weapons and tools. And overall, this is actually a really nice looking bombing skin. I think usually the bombing sets skins don't really have like one unique main piece of art on them, whereas this one clearly does, with the skull being on the left side, facing side of the LR for the player. So overall, I actually really like this bombing LR. I think it's really nice and has similar vibes to the Survivor LR. Obviously, it's never going to get to the price of the Survivor LR because of memes. But overall, it is currently 6th on the top sellers, so it's in a good spot, third last on the top sellers. So it is a good spot when it comes to oversaturation. It is less likely for it to be oversaturated, obviously, if it was up higher compared to if it was up higher. So overall, it is in a good spot. It being $3.25 though, I don't think that that's going to be amazing. The bombing set hasn't had a very good run when it comes to weapons. The Thompson got oversaturated. I'm pretty sure it came out last OTV. Still has 755 quantity on the community market. Is going for $1.81. So that would be good to pick up for later on. But the bombing AK is only just a little bit more expensive than it. It only has 69 quantity on the market and is $2.77. So the Thompson is definitely a good item to have skins for, and that's usually stonks that got oversaturated. The AK is a less good item for skins, and that's why it's only got 69 quantity and it's $2.77. So overall, with the LR, I also think the LR isn't the best weapon to have a skin for when it comes to investing. And that is mainly because some people just can't get LRs. I don't know how, when you can literally buy them. But for those reasons, I'm going to recommend not investing in them on the Rust item store for this week. Instead, try and buy them with a buy order on the community market. But overall, it is a really nice LR skin, and I actually do really like this slight subtle change in the bombing set with the new unique art styles. Alrighty, moving over to the comics AR. An AK skin going for $3.25. Overall, I actually do like this comic set. I just want to quickly mention, because I didn't mention this last time the comics Python got accepted, The iron sights, in my opinion, are a little bit pay to lose. This is mainly because they are just white, and if you're roaming in the snow, then you might lose track of where your iron sight is during your fight. So just keep that in mind as well if you are picking this up as a play skin. Sometimes it might get a little bit tricky when it comes to PvPing in the snow, especially if you're up against whiteout as well. So this is going for $3.25, a really nice looking AK in my opinion. Obviously it does have that comics style to it. It is on fire mode, and there is also a safety mode by the looks of it. It's got Ratata on the side of the gun, and the comics Python is going for $3.85 with the quantity of 34. So the comics Python was going for a little bit above $4 recently, so that's off to a strong start. The comics AK is going for $3.25. It is also stockless. Overall, I always say it, I don't think AK skins are a very good investment just because everyone's already got their own favorite set. But if this is going to be a continuing set, the comics set, then I'd recommend getting the comics AK off of the community market, unless you do want to get it as a play skin, get it off the Roadsign store. But because it is $3.25, I do think you'll be able to get it for a little bit cheaper on the community market with a buy order in order to maximize your potential profits. So that is what I'll recommend to do, and instead I will not recommend to invest in it off of the Roadsign store. Alright, moving over to the Desert Raiders Thompson, going for $2.60. It's got an interesting iron sight because it's like kind of whitish, which you wouldn't really expect in the desert, especially when this is themed as a Desert Raiders item. So continuation of a popular set now being the Desert Raiders. It's just had its clothing all accepted and has had a gun accepted as well, if I remember correctly, last week I think. The Thompson skins are definitely a good investment. There's only 2 out of the 13 Thompson skins that are below center store price of $2.60. One is the Bombing Thompson because it got oversaturated to the moon. $1.81 is what it's starting at. And the Chocolate Hunter Thompson, which Easter sets, Easter skins don't really usually perform very well throughout the year until it goes to Easter, and that's $2.55, so only 5 cents off of the Rust item store. Overall, I do think that pretty much all Thompson skins are going to be a safe investment, so I definitely will recommend investing in the Desert Raiders Thompson. I also personally do really think it looks quite nice. It is quite a simple design, but it is definitely well made. So overall, I will recommend investing in the Desert Raiders Tommy for this week, and I do think that it will make you some easy profits. Alrighty, moving over to the Hunting Rifle, an L96, a weapon we have not had a skin for on the Roadsign store for quite a while. Currently it is 5th on the top sellers, so midway through the top sellers, and it is going for $4.60, which is above standard store price for weapons. And I'm pretty sure L96s actually are usually a little bit more expensive. I could be wrong there, but we've only got 4 marketable L96 skins. That's the Bombshell L96, which is that German guy's, No Mercy, Collector L96, and Blackout L96. There's only one L96 that is going for above $4.60. Keep that in mind because that is the price of this hunting rifle. And also we've got a free L96 skin in OTV right now. I do think this is a very bad time for the hunting rifle to have been accepted in order for Face Punch to actually make sales and generate profit off of it. So do I think that this is going to be a good investment? Currently it's sitting at midway. I honestly think you're going to be able to get it for cheaper on the community market, and that is what I'm going to recommend to do. I don't think it's going to have a very high demand just because we've already got a free L96 skin that most people are going to grind for if they really want it. Plus that guy, honestly I forgot his name, is streaming 24/7, whereas all the other people aren't. So he's going to be going to have a lot more people have his L9 skin than what other people will have the skins for of the other Twitch content creators. So overall, with the hunting rifle for this week, I actually really do like the hunting rifle skin. I think it looks nice. I wish it had L96 in its name. This is something that definitely should have L96 in its name, or the weapon name or item name in its name, just because when you go to the show advanced options item type on Steam, there is no L96 option, so you do actually have to search for them in a different way that most people don't know about. So it's going to be a lot harder to find this L96 on the community market as well. So if people actually do like it, they're going to have to know what the name of it is. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the hunting rifle off of the Roadsign store at all, because I don't think it's going to be a good investment. I think you're definitely going to lose money from this one. Overall though, really nice skin. I'm going to pick one up as a play skin. and we'll move over to the next item. Alrighty, moving over to the control room door. I just want to quickly get this out of the way. Some guy named Lightning Star or something like that in my Discord always mentions lightning skins. Someone please just make one so that this guy's happy. This is going for $3.25, above center store price for deployables and door skins. This is a sheet metal door skin, and it is indeed glowing. So it actually looks really nice in my opinion. It is $3.25, which does make it a little bit more of a tricky investment. I do think you're going to be able to get this one for a little bit cheaper on the community market instead of the Rust Item store when you're placing a buy order. But I actually really like the glow. I think it looks really nice, and I do think that this will be a good long-term investment because I do think that it is actually a really well-made skin. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in that off the Rust Item store unless you invest in it on the last day. Just in case it doesn't perform well, you can obviously refund it to Steam. Take in mind, don't refund too many times, otherwise you're going to probably get your account trade banned or something like that. So overall though, the control room door is a nice looking door skin, but for $3.25, I do think that you can invest in other things and make more money. I also do think that you will most likely be able to get it for a little bit cheaper with a buy order on the community market, and that is what I'm going to recommend to do. At the moment it is 4th on the top sellers, so it's got a little bit of demand in comparison to some of the other skins. But overall, I do think that it probably isn't going to be a very good short-term investment, but will be a good long-term investment. So for that reason, I'm not going to recommend investing in it off the Rust Item store for this week, but I will recommend getting it with a buy order on the community market. Alrighty, moving over to the 13th skin accepted in a row by the same creator, and that is the Neon Stone storage box, going for $3.25, the same price as all of the other Neon storage boxes. A continuing set. Helk obviously loves this set. Duck loves this set because he's making absolute bank, and we all love this set because so are we. So going for $3.25, I do actually think that's fine, just specifically for this box, just because this Neon storage set has been so popular and has such high demand. Overall though, I do think that there's a very high chance that this is going to get way oversaturated. OTB's out. It's currently top seller. It's a stone box. Everyone wants stone boxes. And it's a set that's just been absolutely pumped out over the last 13 weeks and loved by everyone. So I definitely think there's going to be a very high quantity of these on the community market. Does that mean that I think it's going to be a bad investment? Surprisingly, actually no. Just because I do think that the demand for this is just always going to be there unless another stone glowing box does come out. Lots of teams in Rust do have their own stone boxes, and I do think that for that reason it's obviously going to increase demand, especially as a long-term item. I do think that it will be a medium to long-term investment though, because I do think there's going to be a lot of them out. If it has a strong start, then that's definitely going to be a good thing as an investment, and I do think that it's not going to go down from there really. Overall though, I will recommend investing in the Neon Stone storage box for this week. Don't check your Discord, it was mine. And I do think that it will be a good medium to long-term investment. Alright guys, this is my cart for this week. I'm getting 3 of the Neon storage boxes, 1 of everything else, and 6 of the pony boots. Going to cost me $37.75. Not really investing this week, just because I do think that quantity is going to be very high for a lot of skins. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that normal stuff. And don't forget, if you want to make me a thumbnail, then definitely be sure to do that for next week's skin video. And if I like it, then I will use it. Thanks to Bog for making this week's video thumbnail, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.
Why? 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 Why?